and welcome everybody. Welcome to another Metastock webinar. Today we are excited to have with us Peter Dalal talking about the 5 patterns all traders should know. So that'll be getting started here in about 8 minutes. My name is Kelly Clement. I am your YouTube host today. Along with me, we will have Jeff Gibby, who will be our webinar host. So we're glad to have you here today. As you come into the room, say hello, tell us where you're coming in from. We're here in beautiful Salt Lake City, Utah, where it's hot today. I think like a lot of places that everybody keeps reading about, everywhere is hot. So hopefully if you are hot, you are staying cool wherever you are. So welcome to another webinar. Again, we're excited to be getting started in about 7 minutes. Now, if you're not familiar with Metastock, we are purveyors of technical analysis software for analyzing the markets. Just to help you know who Metastock is, what we do, I'm just going to show you a quick video and then I'll be right back.
Hi there, Greg Lewis, Metastock Software. As the marketing director, I get asked all the time, what is Metastock? How can I help my trades? Well, stick around for about 3 minutes and I'll tell you. Metastock is an award-winning software and data package that has been helping traders for over 35 years. Simply put, Metastock is a tool for traders like you to analyze the markets. Metastock helps you take the guesswork out of trading by offering a methodical, systematic approach to some key questions all traders come up against. Questions like, how do I decide which securities to trade when there are literally thousands to choose from? Which strategy should I use, and how do I test that strategy before spending my first trading dollar? When should I enter and exit a trade? How can I effectively manage the securities I'm interested in? And of course, how do I know where prices will go next? At the core of Metastock are the Power Tools. The Power Tools give professional-grade analysis tools to private traders like you and me. You can scan the market with the Metastock Explorer to filter and sort securities that show buy and sell signals based on your criteria. The Metastock System Tester lets you test most strategies through a process called backtesting, which allows you to see how your strategy would have performed over time. You can easily manage and monitor the securities you are interested in with Quote Center. Quote Center lets you sort on a variety of criteria to view the data that's important to you. Then just double-click on a security if you want to see its chart. With the Metastock Forecaster, you can even take advantage of patented technology to view probable future prices. If you're an options trader, you're going to love Metastock's Option Scope. Option Scope puts all the critical info at your fingertips, displaying sortable, customizable, color-coded options data, including the Greeks. And Metastock has solutions for traders of all levels and interests. If you're just getting into trading, you will appreciate the education offered by our many built-in systems. In addition to pointing out buy and sell signals, Metastock explains how they work in an easy-to-follow commentary window. Metastock has built-in systems based on popular strategies like MACD, Bollinger Bands, turtle trading, candlesticks, and many more. Metastock even has the very popular and exclusive Rahul Mohindar oscillator system, or simply known as the RMO. And as you become a more experienced trader, Metastock grows with you. Advanced analysts will enjoy the comprehensive list of trading systems and indicators, and the ability to build their own systems. And if you're a day trader, you can't do better than Zenith, the real-time news, data, and analysis package offered by Refinitiv, a world leader in market data. Add on the world-class support, and it's not hard to see why Metastock has won the Stocks and Commodities Reader's Choice Award for 26 consecutive years. To find out more about Metastock and how it can help your trading, visit metastock.com or contact a product professional via phone, email, or chat.
Okay, there There we go. That is a quick introduction to Metastock, who we are and what we do. We are going to be getting started here in about 3 minutes. It looks like I'm just going to start doing some audio checks, make sure everything's good on the GoToWebinar side, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so we are, looks like we are good to go. So just a couple of things. Again, as you come in, say hello, tell us where you're coming in from. Hello, Ashok from Chennai, India, welcome. Hello, Courtney, and glad to have you here today. Again, my name is Kelly Clement. I'll be your YouTube host, kind of running things here in the background. In just a moment, we'll bring on Jeff Gibby, who will be our webinar host, and our presenter today will be Peter Dalal, talking about the 5 patterns all traders should know. So we'll be starting that here in just a moment. Hey, Bob, welcome. Thanks for coming in today. Glad to have you here as well. And let's see. Yeah, looks like we are super close. So I'm just going to go do all my final checks. I'll check in with you right before we get going, and we'll see you in just a second. Okay, looks like we are all set to go. Thanks everybody for being here, and enjoy the webinar.
All right. Thanks, Kelly. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us today. If you're watching the YouTube video or if you're joining us on YouTube, make sure to hit the like, subscribe. It's going to be an awesome event. And it really does help quite a bit, and we appreciate it. Let me go ahead and turn off some notifications over here so they're not beeping. And let's get straight to the legal agreement. Today's demonstration is designed to instruct you on using Metastock and the accompanying software plugins. It's not a recommendation to buy or sell, but rather guidelines to interpreting and using specific indicators and features within the software. The information, software, and techniques presented today should only be used by investors who are aware of the risk inherent in trading. Metastock shall have no liabilities for any investment decisions based on the use of the software, any trading strategies, or any information provided in connection with the company. So anyway, I hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoyed that. I want to say thanks for coming. Thanks for watching the video again. Like, subscribe. It helps a great deal, and we certainly do appreciate it. If you have questions as we're going, please feel free to ask them. We'll make sure to kind of address them and answer any questions that come in, whether they're from any of the platforms you might be watching on. Today's presenter is Peter Dalal. Peter has a long history with Metastock. He's actually been working with Metastock for decades now. He developed one of our most popular add-ons called FXTA. He's been working on kind of refining it and kind of building it out for decades. And today he's going to talk about how he uses it to trade and kind of the 5 patterns that he likes to use in the trading that he's doing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring him on here, and we'll get going. So let me go ahead and kind of get in over here. And Peter, how are you doing today?
All right, how are you?
I'm doing awesome. Let me go ahead and make you the presenter.
Okay.
We'll make sure we can see everything and that like everything looks good, and I'll get out of your way and let you talk. So
Right.
I can see your presentation. I
You
can hear
good?
you. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Everything it looks smooth. I'm going to get out of your way, Peter. It's all yours.
All right. Thank you very much to you and Kelly for having me today, even in lunchtime. So we have a lunchtime in New York. So hopefully you are not hungry much. Right. So thank you for everybody coming over here. So we're going to be quickly taking advantage of every seconds we have. So let's get started. So welcome here, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about a couple of topics here. What is the goal for this webinar, then different shapes and multiple day-to-day patterns that will lead into what we're doing in a Magic Trader, bullish patterns, bearish patterns, and how to find them and how to find them on Explorer. That's what we're going to be looking. And after finding a couple of days later what happened, that is being documented also. So you got a complete picture where to start and where you going, and then you got to just manage risk. And that's how I trade. So that's how I'm going to show. Then we got to talk a little bit about us and introduction to Magic Trader, how it was designed. Then Jeff is going to participate. He has a lot of things to show. So we got a full hour plus more. So I asked everybody to be there at least few more minutes there. So you got a clear picture what's going on. So before we get into that, we're going to be talking about this disclaimer required by law. I apologize for many disclaimers, but I'm not going to read every single line. It is on our website, themagictrader.com, as well as Metastock has it, and they are all over the place. So, and if you don't have it, we could get you a copy of that. But we're going to talk about important points on each slide, which is going to keep you under risk management. So trading securities involves substantial risk and you can lose a lot of money. Only trading funds which you could afford to lose should be used. There is no guarantee of any profits or freedom from losses. Past performance does not guarantee future results. There is no representation made. Even today, we're going to talk about security. We are not giving you recommendations to buy, hold, or sell, only interpretation of the chart as far as technology is concerned. And everything is here for education purpose only. Consult your investment advisor for any financial related decision. Magic Trader does several million calculations and requires higher computing power, right? And that's the nature of latest technology, the way in which we're going, everything data and much data. So you got to be aware of that. So we are not responsible for resolution issue, and our technology use high resolution in order to recognize patterns. So you need to check your computer for that. So let's go talk about CFTC 4.41 rule. Magic Trader is not trading software. It is a software used to identify the risk on a weighted basis. No buy or sell recommendation is being given. Results are stimulated and hypothetical in nature and does not represent actual trading. Testimonials do not guarantee future results or success. Hypothetical or simulated performance are generally prepared with the benefit of hindsight. No hypothetical or simulated trading record can be actually account for the impact of financial risk of actual trading and lack of liquidities. Option disclaimer, because Magic Trader does show, and I'll show you where it shows option calls and puts, right? So basically, I do trade options. I show everything in my room. So we need to understand the risk involved trading options. Examples demonstrated on the Magic Trader does not take account for commissions, transaction fees, tax consideration, or margin requirements. Options are risky and not suitable for everybody. Must review characteristics and risks for standard options before buying or selling option, which can be obtained from your broker or the option clearing corporation. And I have given even the phone number. You could call them up and ask for a copy. All strategy will be discussed here and there are for education and for illustration purpose only. My company is not investment advisory firm. However, we are registered with CFTC, but we are taking the exemption and we are only educating people. So we do not do recommendation for any kind of securities or market vehicles. So you got to understand that this only done for education currently. Intellectual property, we have patents, trademark, service mark, all kind of stuff for copyrights. Please respect our intellectual properties so you don't get in trouble. Not from me, from our lawyers. Now, let's go here. My company's additional disclaimer that all the courses, products, services, everything is for education purpose only. And all materials shown are for, or even on a social media, Facebook, etc., are for learning aids only. Save Dalal is registered with CFTC, and this is our license number. And we are registered since 2005, so we've been around a few years, I guess. Okay, testimonials. We strictly follow FTC guidelines. We cannot hype anything if we don't want to hype. You could lose money with Magic Trader, you could make money. All right, and we instruct everybody around us that we are not guaranteeing any kind of results coming out of the Magic Trader. You got to be your own judge. You got to try it, see if you can make money. And Magic Trader University logo is that doesn't mean that we are accredited university. It's just a logo we adopted in the very beginning, and we have a trademark on that. FTC requires us to what you call do your privacy. So policies are stated on our site, and if you have a problem, let us know. Now, scalp swing is one of the trading methodology we use, and that requires a lot of trading, right? Because people, we have scalpers, so they want to scalp, so that requires a lot of trading, right? That generate tax issues, so you got to consult your tax advisor. So let's get started. What is the goal for today? We want to minimize the technical analysis. Everything is technical analysis when you use computer, right? And a bunch of indicators or whatever it is. So what we did it, we staying away from traditional indicators. So we started from scratch, created our own. So this way I don't have to argue with anybody. And so far since 2006, we did it before, but Magic Trader is being used regular basis. So we found another way to be more accurate. That's our claim. So people can say, oh, theirs are better. So it's okay, theirs are better. We want to make it easier for you. So basically, magic patterns are there, and you will learn today how to recognize them. And low risk trade setups is very important. So what we did, we program all these things in there. So when we think the risk is low, that's the time this number shows up or symbol shows up. You could put symbols, numbers, it's the same thing. Behind the scene, what is happening, that is more important. And you don't need to learn about it. We try to make it easier. We're going to show you where we're going in the future, right? So basically, make it easier and easier for you, make it simpler for you. Even though there's a lot of complicated programming is been done, and Jeff will tell you later, longest time it has ever taken to program Magic Trader. So Magic Metastock has put up a lot of efforts, and I really appreciate. They they really believed in there. We could see it, and they put a lot of money behind it. So we have to appreciate. But eventually, everybody will looking for it. That's the goal. Now we're going to talk about minimum two magic patterns you could recognize and one catalyze. That's good for the entry. Many times you will see, even though you have a two patterns, you still get an entry. And there are nuances we teach people in our alert room, which is better for you. That's the bottom line for us. So this way you could do well in your trading. No guarantee. Now, the scanning is the big part. We have 39 some scanners. Make a use of it, and we will be always looking to revise and make it better. Now, don't get upset. I'm going to take you to your school days, and that's where we going to make it simple for you. So I never did this kind of simplest way presentation going back to the school days. So everybody learned different kind of shapes, right? So there are 9 shapes here, additional 9 shapes are there. We're going to focus on these to get you where I want to take you. So don't get nervous or don't get upset. This is going to require later on how to use these ideas to make more money and make your trading life easier. So each shape can have a name. So I could say the shape sunflower or star. So you could give any name you want. So don't get bogged down what it is. We are all human. My name is Peter, Jeff's name is Jeff. So we recognize those individual by different names. So that's what mind likes it. I'm not a psychologist, but I do human psychology study at my own, right? What it strikes to you, right? So that's way you could make trading decision quicker. That's what it is important. So now it's the same shape on the left hand side. I give them numbers. So this shape is number one. So I don't need to worry about this is a flower or whatever it is, or this is a sun. Number one, right? So in my mind, number one, because in a fast moving market, you want to recognize number one instead of worrying about this shape name because my memory is getting lower. So people are busy. So one is easy to recognize. So that's how you're going to be trading. That's where we're going slowly, slowly. So, and then later on in a slide, I'm giving you a heads up, you could combine them. And that's we're going to go on the next slide, I guess. So here, so like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now it's called similar patterns or multiple repeat patterns. So you see on a chart, same thing. You see number 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3 again, or 4, 5, 6. So now, if you train your mind to recognize the numbers behind the scene, the colors are there, we know it. But in a quick market, quick decision, the numbering can help you to make quick decision so you get a better entry price. That's the idea. So now let's look at here how they look at that when we put it multiple of them. So here it's a 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7. Now you know eventually there are 147 number repeats on a chart. What that means is it good or bad? So if Peter says yes when a training, then you go for look for 147. That's how you trade. So this way you don't need to go crazy, higher highs, higher lows, this, that, whatever. I did all for many years. We don't need to do all these things. I realize in my busy life, having multiple businesses, I don't have time for same repeat things. I got to do it again and again. It's wastage of time. So I try to mechanize all everything because my background is engineering. So I look at those jigs and whatever the patterns. So we used to do in engineering. So I'm applying that here. So this way, normal human being can easily adapt it. That's the whole idea. Now you could put together the in a group 1, 2, 3, right? Here it's a 1, 4, 2, 5. So those things repeats. In trading too, you just have to recognize. And once you do it, oh, this is good, so I got to go in there with that number. So once in a while, you're going to see this star here, say for instance, and that could be a catalyst. Every time you do the catalyst, suppose it's a yellow bar or this is different color, or it's a star, doesn't matter. We name it catalyst. So when catalyst comes, it's better. That's what you need to know. What it does inside, who cares? As long as it shows on a chart, I'm pulling the damn trigger with 1, 2, 3 numbers, something like that. So that's where the technology is going, make it simpler for people to trade instead of traditional way, moving average, then worry about stochastic crossing and MACD. I did all for 20 some years. And I realized that this is all wrong. I need to make it more mechanically so my emotions don't get involved. My judgment, one day I'll feel MACD this one, another day I feel RSI different. It's a 70 or 80 or 75, what I should do. And then you get missing trades. I don't want to do it. All right, so let's sum it up. So this slide is most important later on. So please pay attention. Different shapes, different patterns do exist. Different shapes. And then they make patterns, so they do exist. Each shape or pattern can have a name. So we just, this pattern name is Peter, this name is Joe. Doesn't matter what you give the name for, but it does the same function. And I'm going to show in a comparison. And you tell me which one is easier. So shapes, patterns, its component can be numbered. So one of the component I could give number, and we're going to show you the example. Shape patterns and its component may have a value. So it's a 4 value, 0 value, or -4. That's about it. We don't need to go too much in our RSI 77.6 or MACD, whatever. So I did all. I came to a conclusion, no good. Shapes or patterns can repeat. This is more important for me. It repeats. So that means I could go in there. Probability. Percentage of probability is more for me. Recognizing those patterns and can form multiple repeat patterns. So if it happened today, it is going to happen more time. And of the subject, in trading room, I show them a swan on the chart. It repeats. There are many kinds of swan, but certain thing happens when the swan happens. That means it's repeatable. I could make money because I don't have to use too much my brain, right? So I could use that brain power for something else on risk management side. Right? In trading, there are a few hours in a day. You want to figure out where you want to use your brain power and how effective it is to produce results. Now, I'm not going to guarantee you, but people see me trading live, and I cannot guarantee, but I take losses because of the risk management reason, but very rare. People in this room, somebody can put it on a discussion if they are there. I don't know who they are, who are there, but they have seen me trading over and over and over again, and they could put their views. They have seen it or not. Why? Because I do mechanical way. Patterns are recognizable. That's what I masterize. Patterns can be grouped, as I showed you before, and one or more shape or pattern can be used as a special purpose or express peculiarities. So we're going to get there. So you show, say, like yellow bar, turquoise bar. Those are peculiarities. They have a meaning to that. Behind the scene, I teach people later. But for you, for the first time, you don't need to know everything. So this way, you don't get emotional decisions. We all want to have curiosity and forget the view that we need to trade, not the curiosity expert. So this is what you see as a pattern. You see on a chart, bunch of those, they all show up together, right? Now, as I show before, you could number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then some of the component can have a value. So we applying what we learned a few minutes ago. So this is what I was talking about, has a value. Component has a value. So this is repeating process. So now the same one, right? It has a 5 components: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 such shapes shows up, right? That becomes number 5. So what we learn in a very earlier days of our high school days or whatever, pre kindergarten or wherever you learn that, to recognize the different shapes, and now we putting them together. So now what is changed here? The special purpose candle we added, right? So this is a catalyst we tell. It has a meaning. When that happens, the thing goes higher, right? No guarantee, but we have seen over and over again. Now they have their own different shapes and things like that. But right now we focus on just recognizing yellow bar. Same thing can happen. You don't need all. You need 2 of those, any of 5 here, and you could add a yellow bar or a turquoise bar or a black bar. So this way we grouping together. So it has a meaning. So when you recognize there are 2 shapes like this and yellow bar came in, pull the damn trigger. That's how we teach people, right? And have risk under your control. Don't get carried away that you're going to make million, so you put all your money there. So risk management is very important. Every trade has to be individually risk managed, not overall money you have it, because you allocated $30,000 to your broker account. Now that $30,000 you don't want to lose, so you got to manage every component of 30,000, whether you trade 500 out of that or 1,000 out of that. You got to risk manage according to the percentage, and we teach you, right, what percentage you should not do it. Like you have one stock, Moderna, and you have 30,000. You put all 30,000. No way I will ever do that. So you need to figure out the percentage only you want to risk for that particular security, and you do not want to risk all 30,000 regardless market goes, just like today and last 3 days going to the moon. Yeah, when it comes down, then you feel like a crap. So you risk manage it and have a trailing stop, or we teach you how to put the stop, right, and manage it properly. Now, same thing happening on a bull side happening here. So we're going to use the time quicker. So you could see here there are 5 different shapes here. So what we did is we number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then we could take 2 of them and has a value -1, -4. This has some meaning you recognize on a chart. That's about it. So this way, you know, when they are parallel like this and below 0, that means we're going down. And in fact, the swan loves these things. And that's where the swan takes place. So existing user, please start recognizing this swan. There are multiple swans all over the place. So there's a repeat that has some meaning, and you could make money with that. Look at here. This had only 3 in there. So we count here 1, 2, and 3. So there are 3 different shapes. So I could put number on a candle below, or in this case below number 3. So that's how you have to train your mind. So you will be happy instead of learning thousands of courses during your lifetime. This will be easier for you to adapt it, because I went back to the basic where I came from, high school, right? They teach you all this stuff, right? So let's compare what I am trying to accomplish with those simplicity. And that's what I want to have, so ordinary people can get into the business. However, my background is heavy duty institutional side, and I had to change my mind, right, to train myself and train others for all these years in a simplicity way. Otherwise, there's no fun. All right, so you could see here, you could group it together, all 5 of them. You could number them and add special purpose candlestick, which has a meaning. In this case, when it shows up, I short it. I'm going to show you several examples. So if you had a 2 of this shape there, that means I'm going to short it because I have this in my hand. If there is none, it's fine. You have 5 of them. That's even equivalent or better. Who cares? But I'm going in there because I have a more strength, right? So I don't need to go detailing every single time. That's what, like, I'm trying to go on a repeats, recognizable ways, so you could trade easier and have a less stress. Trading is stressful, but you got to make it easier for yourself. So you could use quality time for other things. So now here, give an example like formation, how it forms. So here there is one shape, another shape. Then we added the yellow bar, right? And on a chart itself, I don't need to worry about all this happy stuff. I put number 2 there. I could put whatever I want. And Metastock allows you to put whatever you want. I prefer you stay with us. So when you take trainings, you are on the same page. But when you advance yourself, you could change it. I'm not telling you. But this one indicates here 2 means there are 2 of those and 1 of these. That's what it means. And 2 of any 5 here can be number 2 here. So it's more flexible. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So don't get bogged down, right? But it has also different weight, but weight means more stronger. Like I like these 2 lines to be parallel and about 0. If it is there, I feel comfortable. That's the idea. Now, this one is a pure health. I like to see this small vertical line, right? Always there for me, right? So this way I know it's a full-fledged expansion going on, right? And it's a strong. I don't use momentum because I don't care about momentum. There are more people believe that they want to go short. So I want to be with them, right? So I don't care about momentum definition. So I stayed away from all this. I hardly even use momentum word because I care about internally is showing me health of the security is no good. It has a cancer. So beat him up. So that means short it, right? So we made health indicator based on because I have some medical issues, right? It's going on for years before even Magic Trader took place. The idea here was I was looking at those EKG things. I know I could design indicators so it's inside of the security, right? And this pure health becomes very important component of that. So after designing, it took me 3 years to design it. I'll be very honest with you. However, Metastock to do that programming took them 4 months. So it's complicated. So I want to make it easier. So we come up with pure health. So I don't have time for all these different components to look at it. Okay, pure health is good. I'm good. So this way I reduce technical analysis time wasting. So Metastock software is great in a way that it has a custom touch and it's awesome, right? And I'll be honest with you, I love it, right? And they're doing better and better. When we started, it was only 3 columns, and now it's a 12 column. For me, it's not good enough because I always push them for more. They got to run business, I understand, but makes my life easier to see across the border everything which is on a chart. So let's see all these shapes, how it is in your Explorer. So this is a direction line. This is the 2, 3 parallel lines you saw it. Then this is the spike, right? And I'm going to explain to that on our chart pretty soon, all those symbols or shapes, whatever you want to name it. Then pure health, I explained to you. Then HTR is a ribbon, like here, look. And I put some of them here. So this we call as a ribbon, and that is always number 5. This is always number 4. It's a pure health. Then this is 3 parallel lines, which call health lines, which is always number 2. Number 1 is always direction line. So in a nighttime, you see number 1. Oh, okay, that is the direction line. Okay, if it is a spike, what is that number? Number 3 is always spike. it is not here because when I scan, right, the security what I selected did not have a spike. So what? It came in earlier. That's the only thing I got to worry. So I don't get bogged down that I have to have all the perfection. As we told, as long as it is more than two confirmation, two shapes, we are good to go, right? And if it is a catalyst earlier around that or in that vicinity, I'm okay. I don't want to miss the opportunity. That's the idea. So what we're going to do, we're going to look at two charts on a bull side, and I have another one bonus because we gave it in an alert room a while ago, right? A stock name Viru. I never traded that stock. It came in, all right, way before it was happening during the market was going down. I said, whoa. So we scan, right, the security which are stronger in a downturn. Just write it down. You got to find the security when the market is totally down and they're going opposite, they're going up. Those are the security going to be keep on going. And I'm going to show you. We talked in a room, alert room, and I said, I never heard of this company. Let's look it up because the scanner shows that, and we wind up having them. So actually, and I'm watching it too. So we're going to talk as a third one today. So let's go on a chart and let's make your life easier. This is the way elite version is. We got plenty versions, so don't get worried about it. But I want you to understand the concept. So this is where you get currently, oh, I'm sorry. Currently your software, and it has a symbol. Look here, right? And we're going to go through the exercise about this different shape. So I scan it on this date, which is here, 7/14. I scan it, right? And if you want, I could show you here. Look, 7/14, it was scanned, right? And this is the way it says here, counter cycle. It is about these two lines, so I go in there. However, what I counted myself, this is number one is on the left hand side, which is okay. Number two is in line, so one number is okay. Then number two is okay, and number three is okay. That means I'm going in there. That's it. Next day, yellow bar came in, right? Before that, it was a turquoise bar. That's what made that decision. However, the more simplified way we are trying to do what I taught today, which we have already did, but that's the point, right? We have to be ahead of the game, right? So this way, it is done for you. So I could take that one out and put number three. What is wrong with that, right? So number three, so Peter is in. So I just look at number three, turquoise bar, I'm in there. So I don't have to worry about this. I don't have to worry about this. I don't have to worry about this. I don't have to worry about that. The software elite has also inbuilt option things, which normally people don't want to talk about it for some reason. Alert room, we do. And now I want to take option position. Suppose I scan it a day before 13th or whatever the date was, and it showed up call plus. So Peter, I don't care. I'm going in there. Results are obvious. Then I was in a meeting and I missed the boat. So what I do? Either get in here or here it says bull, right? Big bull came in. Oh, they're telling me call plus. That means it's stronger. We're going there. Yes, we do. And now that's how I make decisions, to be honest with you. And I don't have to worry about drawing trend lines, all this RSI met, or they're no good. Or, who cares? It is, and we are not using that. So we figured out based on a risk, right? So this is the simplest way. And this is currently, this is where we're going in the future. So look at here. Number three showed up. That is good enough for me, right? I could be skeptical whole day and I don't pull the trigger. That's my problem. So people, what we trying to teach them, instead of worrying about all this stuff, matching 1, 2, 3 on a chart, here it's done for you. What do you want from me? But that is coming. So don't call Jeff when he's coming. But I'm just trying to give you a heads up, right? And because we have existing people already seeing me doing it. So for them, I got to do it at least. So they learn here. So you could use this one. They have done, they're using it too. They have all the access. So they're trading with this too. They're trading with this too. So don't try to get bogged down. These are just symbols, right? In this case, programming was done. I would buy option for me, call option. So I put a call option symbol there. Now, this is the enlarge, clean, right? Because Jeff likes to have a clean everything, right? And Kelly too. So this is the easiest way you could see things. So number 3 was there. It came in a scan. We went in there. The yellow bar came in next day. Look what happened as of yesterday. I don't know what happened today. If we have time, we're going to look at that. But look, just simple scanning, what it results, because number 3 was good. So make believe we didn't do 2 here and 1 here and whatever. And just you got trained. When you look at this one, go in there, scan says yes. Then you got to trust the software a little bit, right? If you don't pull trigger, nothing I could do about it. Now, it is true we follow these magic lines. We're going to talk at the end, right? So basically, as far as I'm concerned, if it is above magic line, I'm safe. We're good to go, and results are obvious. And here, went to add more. Yellow bar came in. So why not? So we added more dollar value, right? We bought more shares, and results are obvious. Where to put this stop? You could put underneath here. Some techie said, put it here. The rule of thumb, this red line, so I don't get stopped out often. That's what I follow, right? And if it is too far from this red line, then I'm tightening up a little bit higher because they're going to pull back and I want to take my profits. But initially, I start here, then I could adjust it. So it's a flexibility, the way in which you feel. Oh, some people say 50% take profit, 50% keep in. I said, no. As long as my percentage in my mind per day, 2%, 3%, I'm making, right? Don't be shocked here. People in this audience, if they are there, right, they will tell you it is true, but no guarantee here. And if they are there, they could tell. Is it true or not? Is it happening or not? And we're doing live. Because what we're doing, pinpoint entries, right? And risk management. That's how you could achieve extraordinary stuff. But you got to get good at that. If you don't do risk management, you wind up losing money. Because when security pulls back, which can happen because market is going, keep on going and keep on going, it has to pull back on a mean risk reversion area. We're going to show you that too today. That was not a plan, but this is very important for you guys. So I'm going to teach you a little bit about it. So let's go. Another security, which is FLOT, which came in a scan. So we go in a traditional way, right? Put a number 2 is here, number 4 is here, number 5 is here. 3 items there. 3 items is already programmed now. Number 3, people going there. It's about the magic line, good to go. Oh, yellow bar is not there. Who cares? It's there. It's there. That means we are going on a rocket ship. Don't get bogged down with the dollar value and it had only 30 cents or 50. Who cares? As long as you have positive trade, you have to be happy. If you want to have an excitement, go and trade Tesla. It will go $30, $100, and then it will come down so quick. But you have to be ready to take that money. If you become greedy, it can come down $120. Oh, it was in $50. Oh, it doesn't work for me. Every time I wait, it comes down. No, you didn't put the stop. All right. Some people say, I put a mental stop. All right, but you were sleeping when you put the mental stop. People started pre-market bidding low. What happened to you? So now question comes in often, right? Okay, I'm not trading daily. Okay, So when should I enter in? All right, easy for you. So we put a 60-minute chart. These are the same magic line, but I'm lazy. So I convert 60 because I don't have time sometimes. Really, I don't have time. So I just click Metastock as a so great facility here. You put daily and you convert into 60. All right, these two lines are there. Who cares? But we call them a magic line extension. However, 60-minute has its own magic line, but I like extension because first of all, it's quick. I don't have to put another indicator, and I could switch back to daily any given time or multiple time frames. I could go back and forth. So that's why I love it. So how to trade? So we scan it early in the morning. Where I'll give you how I find things very quick. 9:30, let market go, and I scan things which are at least 500,000 in the beginning. Right now, I raise my bar in this turmoil to 750. So in first half an hour, if they don't do 750, I don't want to know about that security, right? This is not done that way, but I'm just giving you in real time what I do, right? So this way, I don't have to worry about it. So how to save time in scanning? Write it down. Those tips are very valuable. So what I do, I go to all optionable, always optionable. I don't care if they are the best company in the world because I have to have a leverage. Suppose I get in trouble, I want to buy put options against my real position. So I need to have that leverage given to me all the time. Right. So what I do, 5,000 plus optionable stock, scan them, right, for price. I don't trade less than $5, right? That's the NASDAQ days I learned, right? So basically I eliminate them. Then anything 750 and above, I will trade. So I scan, pre-scan before market opens up, right? And use that too. So now it will boil down to be 1,000, 2,000 stocks. So now I don't have to do heavyweight lifting. So if they made it to 750, that means there is a volume there. Hardly people talk this technique. I learned in institutional days. Let everybody chase it, right? But we want to go with the best out of the best. How we could do that? Eliminate all the volume. If they are not going to make in the first half an hour 750,000, why are you chasing the goose? They're going to die. So you need a force behind. So when you enter and you want to get out early, you could have a liquidity. That's the idea. So please try to adopt this thing. It will help you. You will lose a couple of opportunities. With the magic trader, we have few hundred opportunity every day. So what I care, right? When market is going down, we find stock which is going up. So what the hell? And I don't need to trade more than 5 stocks at a time. Those are wrong thing, 20 position. Nobody can humanly 100% manage it. So you're not a money manager. I was. Right? I was an institution side. Right? We taking orders for all these institutions. However, personally, I cannot manage because they don't care. They are for long term or whatever terms are. But a personal account has to be treated the way in which your risk and your comfort level. So I can handle more than 5. However, for years I did 22 currency. Now went crazy. I don't sleep. I eliminated, bring it down to 5. Now maybe 3 because I could focus more. That's the idea. So these are the little things are part of the risk management. You must look into that. Now let's talk about mean risk reversion area. This works perfect. Now, first of all, this was the day we scan it. So I always look at the left, what's going on the left. First of all, in a near left, it is a little bit higher and a yellow bar. So Peter is ready. So when market opened up, right, I still look at a couple of other time frames, but just give an idea how to pinpoint and list drawdown. So say for instance, it is this one. However, it did not go below it, right? So I'm okay. So we enter in here, and now once even at the close, there's a little drawdown here. So it doesn't matter, right? So look, it keeps on going. So few days it keep on going. So this is how easy it is, right? And what happened here? What number it was? 3. 3 here, 3 here. That means they are in synchronization. This is the way grouping and recognizing the numbers are same. That means they working together. So let's go. Here is yellow bar day before, yellow bar day before. Whoa. So I feel more comfortable, right? Oh, where to add more? It cross it, retest it. I'll be adding here another 3. Whoa, number 3 all over the place. That's cool stuff. So I always say in my room, if the mother is same way, daughter is going to look same way. So look here, the mother is producing all the babies same way. That means it's trending. Here, look at this here, another baby. 3. So this is the way I utilize. Right now, you put it to any symbol you want, but for me, 3 I learned in school, it is applicable. That's how I trade. And it becomes so easier to recognize. I don't have to worry about what this guy is doing or what that guy. Just do it. Now, look at here what happened. We enter here, so make believe, right? Enter here. Oh, before that, we missed the board. It was having 5 numbers. That means it's strongest. And yellow bar, this is how much high you could go with magic. Number 5, shape, 5 shapes, right? And yellow bar, suppose I enter on that day, I had a backup here. It closed just above the magic line. These 2 lines are magic line. One is green, one is red. And they are not the lines you are used to. I just want to be clarified in front. These are the lines created for this time frame, different way than your traditional lines. So don't compare that. So what it is, you saw yourself when I use that one, a 60-minute looks different, right? However, each time frame, this software has its own those magic lines, and they have a different calculations on each of them. They design specifically for those time frames only. But we could abuse them. There's a flexibility, but you need to know it is also true. There is true magic lines is in the software you're supposed to use. But practically, when you don't have time, what do you do? So we have traders using it extension. I like myself, right? So you've got to have some flexibility in your decisions. Now, number 3, and you saw as of yesterday, it was here. I kept track because I was supposed to speak. So you could see yourself, right? So traditional way, I could go, okay, 2 lines parallel there above it. The direction line is here. Okay, the spike is here. But spike didn't come in here. So that means I don't have to trade. No, it says number 3, I'm going in there, right? Because it is there. As long as it's there on my left, it's okay. And the most important for me is a pure health. So I talk to you about the health indicator like EKG of security, right? So worrying about all this stuff, I don't have time to worry about it. So what do? We will do in a future, recognizing the number. But right now, I don't have it. Okay, you trade with what you have, but you could still count it. You'll take a little longer. That's it. And that's how we are heading into the technology revolution. Meanwhile, nobody's perfect. I like perfection because I feel something right. So I got a kind of OCD of perfection, I guess.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah.
It looks like we've lost our YouTube feed. If you could hold on just a second, we're going to try and get it
Yeah.
back online.
So where we lost, so I could go back.
Yeah, okay. Everybody, are we okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Peter. So we got it back before we could interrupt you.
Okay, did they lost the last slide?
I don't think it was. I don't think it's been on or gone for longer than the slide that you're on. So maybe just recap what you're saying for the last minute or so.
Okay, so we were here. So what I was telling, I was talking about Metastock more or less about you, about Kelly, that you guys are there for them. And I've been experiencing. I told them I have a kind of, I came from engineering side, so I have OCD, perfection. Right? I like to be perfect. Everything has to be right way. Business doesn't work sometimes that way. Even though I run businesses, so I drive people crazy, I guess. Right? So, but at the end of the day, I'm not here to hurt anybody. I want to help people, make it simple. And Kelly and Jeff really played a role, push me into make it more simple. And that's where we're going. So you have to appreciate what they do. So let's go to a little bit detail what happened, right? So basically, this is where we show yellow bar, but this is where we scan it. So, okay, we went in there, we added more stuff here, right? It keep on going, and it is about the magic line. All right, you could put a tight stop here, right? So I got to put my technical hat. Or what I do, basically, I go next where it took off. So C++, say for instance, took off, or yellow bar it took off. This is the we call it the switch in a magic trader. So this is a switch. So that means we can't go lower than that. So I will not tolerate if it goes below that. I'll re-enter it, right? Then I become a day trader. But I made money. I got to take some profit. Easy way to do it. On a pullback sign and a spike, I'm out. And I will re-enter, right? Black bar is another switch. I'll re-enter it. And this one, no way. So after that, they fight it out. So neutralization is the both sides fight it out. Who win? The bulls win, right? So that is the representation of winning. Then I could re-enter it. And if it goes below it, I'll sell it off. But idea here is that it's not that difficult. You've got to apply simple logics. Now, this is, I do believe that this was the zero. This came in when whole market was crashing. And this is where we found it. So look what happened. Here is the entry, 7622. You could look at it yourself. Market was going down and we found this thing on that day. So suppose you enter here, it went up, you could get out when you see PB or re-enter here. And from re-entry, look what happened. And it had 2, but the yellow bar was there. So I'll be going in there. Usually the V shape and having this horizontal, these are profit taking. This is the profit taking. We call on an institution jerk reaction. All right, we jerk it off, then pull back and go back, right? Another way to enter it, look at the number. Number 3 is there. So you enter here. Nobody's telling you no. Add more stocks. Add more stock. Add more stock. And this is where your simplicity will come in. You don't need to make a project, all right? But don't do overdoing it. Suppose your account is only $500 and what is this stock is $15 and now you want to buy 10,000. You're not going to have it. You want to buy it, but on a leverage, no. You don't use leverage. If you can avoid it, it's the best thing you did it for yourself. Let me give you a rule of thumb. As long as VIX is about 20, you will have turbulences like this. We traded when the VIX was 10, 12. And then you have a rallies. These are all bogus rallies. Look at here. ES was, we tell people where I think I will be looking ES. We told them where the ES will be and it does happen. Expected move, you got to expect certain things, calculate it. So we have, later on if I have time, I'm going to show you. We have magic zone levels. You don't need to go too far where it's going to go. It tells you where it's going to go. So you got to plot them. I did not prepare any slide with that because I got a million things to teach you here. So again, traditional way on an elite version, right? Here it is. One thing I want to tell you, elite version guys, right? Here is the blue circle, and it shows number 2. That means it's a low risk, right? So don't confuse these two numbers. It is designed that way, this particular expert, and he's telling we're going to go higher. Indeed. So it is working over and over again. All right, I don't want this expert, Marasa giving several experts. I don't like that. Okay. Oh, I want to option trade. All right, do option trading. Same yellow bar, he says yellow bar here, and he says here, okay, call, buy call. Everybody who trade option, how much time you spend? Almost none. I prefer to buy call options or going long on the switches, which is a catalyst practically, and a plus one that is more stronger. So look where it's going. So this is how simple it gets. But then you want to make a project, implied volatility, this, that. We have all, but make it simple. What happened? My slide not moving? Okay. So let's see what happened to Viru. We started going in here. I screenshot up to here. Yesterday was a profit-taking business, and look what happened. No, I think this was day before yesterday. This is yesterday. I don't know what happened today. We could look at least we'll look at what happened to this one, right? So Viru, since here, imagine you bought the options here. Where are we going? Going to the moon. This is how Magic Trader is designed. From a technical analysis we're doing, nothing practically, very simple. So you could flip more charts, right? And you could use the rest of the time to do something else. Or go to golf. Let's see on a short side, because we have to balance. Can be bullish for every time. In this market, this is pretty good. So it's the same way. Look at this. 1, 2, 4, and 5. 3 is missing. So what? We are going to look at the FDL, and this has everything in there, right? This has everything. XOS. I will not trade this. It's too small, right? $2. But for fun, probably we'll do it. So you could trade any size of option. Now I'm going to show any securities, any kind of things which Reuters has a data feed, right? ETF, right? Credit swap, anything you want, futures, you could do it. Cryptos, you could do it up to certain of them. I'm glad you didn't chase much. Lose your shirt. Don't get too bogged down. It is going up. It's a short covering. They massively short these cryptos all over the world. Look at the future side. So they are freaking out. People who shorted stock, they're freaking out too. And today is an option expiration day. What do you expect? And I want to tell you, I'm not going to teach you gamma business, but I learned this thing when I worked, not as an employee, I was a guy who invests money with them, a partnership. Gamma is the cap secret in the industry. People don't pay attention. In this market, gamma is the king. In a bull market, delta is the king, right? So you got to pay attention to the gamma and its value, right? And especially SPX, right? These are the sidelines, but I just want to give you freebies. Wake up. Trade like institution, think like institution. So this way, you know institutions, what they're planning to do. Now you're buying the stocks, right? We could survive with the Magic Trader. I have enough practice. But you want to go with the flow. If the S&P futures are up, it is easy to go long, so you don't have resistance coming to you. However, we don't care. It works in any market, right? And you could find opportunity on both sides. So I like to create trouble for me, and I do, and I know how to make money out of it. Everybody sees on a trading room. But you don't do it. You want to trade when S&P futures and all of the futures going in the same direction. That's the time you have a scanning going on for bullish. If it's going down, right, in the morning, that means we're going down. So short side trades if you are day trader. If you are a swing trader, you do accordingly. Option expiration days are most critical nowadays to trade any kind of trading. Those days, buy and hold, is for institutions because it's not their money. For you guys, you need to go in and out 2-3 days the most it lasts. So you got to work accordingly. All right, so let's see here. So here, how many things were in line? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, plus indigo bar. That means catalyst is there. So look what happened on 6, 9. This is the indigo bar. So it says a 5. That's what you need to know. Then you don't, eventually you will not even worry about these colors and everything. It's there. Look, this line is there. Number 1 is there. 2 parallel lines below 0 is there. The spike is there, which is here. Then pure health on a short side is there, right here. And a ribbon is there. So it takes even 1 minute to make sure it's there. Who cares? It says 5, you're going in there. That's how we make it so simple now in coming days. But right now, right, you just learn it, right? So what I like to do, which Jeff and Gary will not agree, train you, pre-train you. So when you get that, right, you get there. Meanwhile, what you have, you live with what you have, right? That's the way we do business too. So it's a two-pronged process. You are here, learn it. When it's there, it's there. So this way, you will be more mentally prepared. That doesn't mean you need to have it today, right? But use the other symbol. You have it. Or you could make one up yourself. All right, so this is the same way what was happening on 60 minutes. So this is the way number 4 here and number 5. So it is almost there. What I like as a trader is this catalyst there. Same kind of catalyst. Whoa, number 4 is fine. Number 4 is better than 3, right? So where is number 5? Okay, we already have that. We already have that. So we don't need to worry about it. Go in there. And this was a little bit profit taking, and then it started going down. But what happened here, right? Let me show you the min risk reversion. I show you. I like to take additional position here in between and failing. So this is where I will add my lots. So this area is in between area is a min risk reversion area. When you buy the security, suppose you short right here all the way down, it's far away from there. Then you're not going to get too much. So you need to trade in a way it is not far from the min risk reversion area or additional positions. So here it was so close. So we made a few bucks. Then it messed around a couple of days back and forth. So what? You don't need to take the position, don't take it. Right? It doesn't matter. So you take it here. We're telling you don't do it. Number 3 is there. Number 3 is there. Right? So, and you could add here, it's very close. And be my guest. And how to get out? Oh, spike came in. The way in which we have designed this spike is a little bit shifted on a left by design. So what happens here in real time, you get the heads up, hey, we're going to go long. So you take your profit and run. So it gives me heads up. That's why we did both of them. And you could make this vertical line in a spike. There is a supplement. Metastock will give it to you how to do interpretation of the spikes and vertical lines. That will be helpful. If you, on existing people, you should read that. It really helps you because it's too late to cover it up here. As a trader, I used to have the same problem. Holy shit, I had a profit and here, as soon as it starts falling, I'm out. So that saved me this much money. So do you want to be a perfect thing? Who cares? I will lose money from my profits. I don't want that. So I get the hell out of that. So you could trade with the 60 alone daily, right? 60, you do it, you will have a better entry because you're refining, right? So here, whole day, we don't know when to enter. So I try to open up 60 minutes, is anchoring or not, which is better, 60 or 30. So I keep flipping. Flipping where? Right here. Look, first of all, it starts from here daily. So I switch to 60. If 60 I don't like, it takes seconds. 60 I don't like it, I go to 30, right? Or I don't go to custom yet, right? I go to 10, and that's it. I don't go too crazy about 5 minutes, to be honest. It drives me crazy. I came from institution. We like 15 minutes, right? But if I can't find this setup, I want to give you another tip. Go first to 120. Go then to 90, then 45. You will be shocked how many times it has the right setup. I'm serious. So 30 minutes lately, a lot of my friends are following instead of hourly chart. So now it started happening a trail there, 30 minutes instead of hourly. So that's what people are. But I still go with 60 minutes because I came from old school. That's what we liked, and that's what a lot of institutional traders still doing it. But new generation, new teachers try to be smart, right? So they try to show 129 minutes. Oh, be my guest, do 190 minutes. Somebody told me they're trading with 97 minutes. What is wrong with people? 97 minutes. Where is the mass number of people trading? That's the psychology you got to see. If institutions are not trading 97 minutes, you're not going to go too far. I follow institution, and people in my room can put the message. Am I talk about institution every chance I have it? Because what I learn, I'm teaching them. So I will have a controversy always with the regular traders or regular geniuses. Because what I got exposed, I was so lucky. You guys have no clue. I was lucky. I kept my mouth shut. Right? Because I can't talk about what I see there. Get heart attacks to ordinary people. I was just lucky. So what I seen, I put it in here. And this did not happen by itself. And we created everything brand new. So we don't have to worry about traditional stuff. All right, so listen, from here, right, it all the way went down here. There are 4 of them, and this one, so it works with the 5, up to 2, I like up to 2. And look at the clear entry. You can't make things up. It is there, it is there. So you get an idea. We have to get our counter cycles. Minute I see counter cycle, ask everybody in my room, I'm out. So we made a little bit less money. Oh, I should have done. I don't care about making higher lows. It opened up higher and counter cycle. I'm not waiting for this. I'm profitable. So what am I doing? Get in there and take your money and run. All right, now I'm entitled to say anything. A little bit about my daughter and then myself. So let's talk about Magic Trader, how we got to this point, right? So Magic Trader was cooking since technically 2004. I found the test indicators this weekend. I was looking for something because I got thousands of them, right? So 2004 is the time I was doing testing while we were having release of the first product. And I was not a good programmer. I struggled a lot. It took me 2 years, 6 months to do Magic Line, the first Magic Line, and years to do health indicators. So many aggravation because I don't want to talk to Metastock. I want to do it my own. No disrespect to them. I think that helped me because I was filing for patent. The attorney said, don't talk to anybody. Okay, I will not talk to even Metastock, right? Ultimately, I gave them everything. I'm not hiding anything from them. I wish they could keep up with me and produce 10 products out of it. But deep down the heart, we've been doing business together, and I did not cross the line. I gave them a promise that I'm going to hang around with you guys as long as I'm alive. And my daughter is being brainwashed that way. Without Metastock, we're not going nowhere. Whether we fight with them, argue, it's a business. But bottom line is, can I trust them? Yes. And that's what we teach our children. So let's talk about my daughter. When she was 9 years old, I dragged her into my business. And thank God, because my father, I lost him when he was 48 and I was 21. And even though money doesn't bring the happiness, my life totally upside down. Joint family. So I seen what happened, right? So I decided to drag my children into business and teach them whether they like it or not. So their childhood went in learning what I do. Multiple business. All right, I want to prepare Excel sheet, PowerPoint. Should we do that? Should we do that? Right? The girl had never really enjoyed the way people enjoying their life, hanging out and clubs and nothing. Totally cultured, right? And my wife is Indian woman, so she's, how that works, very conservative. So basically, they put their energy to learn what I do. So that's why my daughter has so much different experiences. At the age of 9, she got exposed. I used to drag her in a Smith Barney corporate meetings, right? I never worked for them. They trusted me. I was the only outsider. Where they're making all the decisions. Jamie Dimon, Sandy Wall, and all kind of people, right? And basically, they learn the business. So my daughter first thing learned in finance was a mutual fund, Smith Barney expertise in mutual fund. So she was fortunate to meet so many smart people. So she has a tremendous amount of business experience. She went to business college. So risk analysis and all this emerging market, real estate, whatever other businesses I'm doing, she works into those businesses, right? And Magic Trader came in, FXTA, so she learned Magic Trader, and she also learned trading, right? She got her licenses. So she got married a few years back. So now she works for a big publicly traded company. We have to take the name off. So if you find out that you're on, it's yours. But compliance beat me up, right? So she works with one of the best company in the world, right? In a financial, you could figure out at your own. So she has put up a lot of sacrifice, and all these fancy symbols and all this stuff you're looking at, that was her brain, right? Because she was a kid. Daddy, this will color look good, that will look good, this matches that way. All right, I said, do it. That's how she became an inventor with me. So anything I do, right, writing patent claims, she's telling attorneys what is right and wrong. So they become smarter around me, right? So that's her background. She's still involved, right? So Jeff and Kelly will tell you, right? I'm just blessed. Good kids. Myself, I've been trading before I came in here. I was a long-term investor, kind of not a trader, kind of investor, right? Then I learned my lessons when I came here. Oh, this is all wrong. I hang around with all these people from Citigroup and all these people. How they're making money? I said, holy shit, that's how they're robbing my account. Get rid of them, all of money manager. So I fired so many money managers because I was making a lot of money in a construction and other businesses. So, all right, you want 500,000? Here we go. Go and make me money. And they don't do a good job. Most of them got fired. Right? So I learned trading myself. I got trained by one of the best traders in the world. I made a deal, gave him $64,000 in 8 months. I said, teach me everything. And I want to know, what are you talking to all other desks? Citibank, this bank, that bank, or Goldman Sachs, all the desks, everybody calling him before 9 o'clock. And I started listening, and I'm looking at his computer. I was, holy shit, this is what are you guys doing? Believe me, I don't want to go talk much, but they move the market, all these traders, right? They know how to look at the chart, and they knew exactly what they're going to do before it happens. Because, like, I take my position, look at the chart, I know what I'm going to do. Only thing, they're confirming with each other. Wow, this is what they're doing. We're doing everything opposite. Holy shit, we cannot trade the traditional way. We got to learn from institution. Then I was lucky to work as one of the co-investor in one of the firm which specializes in hedge fund. Then I started going on institutional side. That's what happened to me. Not a big shot. I just wanted to do business, right? So I did partnership with people. I don't need to be a broker. So, and I got advantage, high leverage, 1 to 20 on the institution side. They will lay out the money. If you know how to trade, they put millions of dollars on you. What is wrong with you? So that's how I got into, but they want your skin in a game That's how you do LLC with them, right? That's how it happened. And I learned a lot because we can lose money. Of course, you lose here and there, but I started learning it, the business among those. And that's what I really programmed here. Not 100%, but more or less my own creation, and which was beyond what they were teaching me at that time, right? So that's what both products has those flavors of institution, right? I still license, but I took exemption, so I don't have to do too much, bookkeeping, I guess. So we got rid of brokerage business, everything, right, to do this. So I'm getting old, plus medical issues, so I want to transfer my techniques to you guys. So let's talk about Magic Trader now a little bit, so you get an idea. So it has a pinpoint entries, right? That's his design in there, right? And that's what you see, right? Number 3, or you put a big bull and a call option, go. Then you don't have to look back. So it is designed to do pinpoint entries and exit. Exit is relative, but it shows that. And I like to take the exit earlier than it should be. So this way I keep the money, right? So I let money go. Everybody in my room show me trading over and over again, right? They know that I leave a lot of money on the table. I will go back again, pull back when trade setups are. But at least my theory is, okay, I want to make money from the market and use that to take the additional risk. That's my philosophy. So market has to give me money to take more risk. All right, so you want me to add? It has to come from market itself. I don't care about capital gain. I pay the damn taxes and get it over. I will do more better trades. That's my mentality. So I don't get involved. Oh, you got to pay tax, short term, any terms, bring it on. I'll pay for it. What is going to make a difference? $few $1,000? If for that you want me to get stressed out and force trade that way? No. So I know mentally that I got to pay short term gains. Who cares? Pay more taxes. At least IRS is happy. So we could do stocks, options, ETFs, ETNs, mutual fund bonds, cryptos, commodities, futures, currencies, derivatives, all kind of things. And it is also true, we have even evaluated coronavirus. We knew these people are lying. Magic lines were going to the moon after crossing. What do you expect? And 6 months it will be under control. We already knew. I got in trouble talking the truth. But it is true. Magic Trader writer was nice enough to give me the app, and I put it on a Magic Trader. Holy shit, this baby is not stopping. We knew in the first 6 months. I said they are all full of crap. It is true. So I say, if somebody tells me how many babies are born and writers program in there, I could tell you how many babies are going to be produced. With Magic Trader has that capability. You don't have to believe me, but people who witness Corona, they will tell you I was right on money. I have predicted in writing 4 crashes. 2008 crash, I've been educating people in writing. 800 traders in my group. Since 2006, I told them all markets are going to crash. 2020, I was openly teaching in Atlanta and Chicago just before crash with the numbers, with using Magic Trader, that Dow is going to go to 18,500 area. And then it's going to turn around and go to 36,000. People laughed at me. Oh, are you kidding? How that can happen? Normal recovery time. I said this time it's going to happen like a V-shaped recovery. Before ever it happened, right? How that happened? All this Magic Trader. I'm not the guy. The Magic Trader tells me what levels he's going to go. We have that technology, not today. Since Asian crisis was the first experiment. I was on airport and I look at the chart. I said, holy shit, it's going to go down. I was trading GBP, JPY. I said, get out, right? I told everybody I'm getting out. And then I called my friend Kim. She was handling $20 million fund. I said, Kim, you don't have to believe me. My chart telling me to take the profit and get the hell out of GBP, JPY. and the damn thing crashed from 245 all the way to 165. Carry trade life was over, according to what my chart's telling. So this is what we do. I'm not a guru, but use common sense. So I'm not claiming that I'm some kind of guru or an expert. So don't even expect that. I'm like you. I don't want these market makers and all the institutions take my money. They did. That's why I'm pissed off. So I'm going to teach all the regular guys their tricks. Believe me or not, my friends at Citibank were not too happy. All right. So this is a risk-based. So everything is risk here. Everything is risk. So we identify, analyze, control the risk, right? Put in stops, I guess. Risk transfer. Black candles are risk transfer area. Black candle with the black ribbon or what do you call it? Horizontal time risk. Combination of both. It's like a nirvana event. Holy cow. All the risks are reduced to almost none. I go long at that time. If it happens on a bear side, I go short. That is a good gauge to get the low risk entries. And dollar-wise also, it is lower cost. So I reduce my exposure to the risk that way. And Magic Trader allows me to do so. And I literally don't work after 6 o'clock. I don't. This freedom came from Magic Trader, to be honest with you. I spend time with family, I exercise, or watch movie, and fall asleep. I told people, do not call me after 6 o'clock. Jeff calls, Kelly calls, I will answer, ever. I never say no to them, because these are the people who really stand behind with me. So I make an exception, but all these sales calls, I don't want to talk to anybody. Even weekend, I prefer not to talk to anybody. This freedom came from where? Somewhere. This software was based on believeness. This is where we filed the patent. I figured out when people really believe to pull trigger, that's the moment you got to electronically figure it out and put it together with all the risk factor, and you got a better entry. So on a believeness concept, it was designed. And this magic lines was the one. It took me 6 months to design this line. And I literally was watching wrestling because I was so frustrated, and so many times I felt to call Jeff for help. Then my conscience said, no, I got to learn myself, right? And I was watching wrestling with my wife, and I literally jumped from the bed. My wife said, what is wrong with you? I said, I'll be right back. I opened up the computer. I said, this is what I did wrong. I went through every part of that, remove air, and I left something there, and I clicked it, right? And it went through, and I put on, I said, holy shit, all these candles are above it. That means they all believe that we're going long. This is that line, magic line. And then later on, 6 months later, I created this one to create the stops, right? But this is the line where things are above it. That means everybody believes in this group that we're going long. So why not we stay in a trade like a Turkish bar is above it? All right, so it can pull back. I could add more. Go here, pull back more. As soon as it goes here, Peter is out. And now here yellow bar came in. Oh, continuation of trend by definition, right? Or new entry actually. So that means whatever the risk here is offset by this. There are more buyers came in. That's what it is. This is the continuation of trend. I'm sorry, I misspoke it, but that's the reality. So look at that. That means I could take more risk. Oh, it's too far. Who cares? We're going up. We're going up. But initiating from get-go, I would prefer here. So at least I made money from the market and I could defend myself. So I'll be taking entry here as a new entry after I take money from these people. Same thing applies on a short side, the same magic line here, right? As long as it doesn't close above it, keep shorting, keep shorting. All the noise, ignore it. So most of the people get out prematurely because of the noises. So risk reversion area, look here, the area between two magic lines are risk reversion area. Mean is you add these two lines and divide by 2. That's a mean. So for me, as long as it closes below it, I don't care. right? Initial stop, I will put it right here. And then when it drops, keep on going. So that's how we make it simple. So if you try to make a project, it's going to make a project. So we're doing backward. The reason why I want to have the good stuff out there and all the other things matters, but just introduction, right? It's backward. And that is, I should do it because I learn and broke ranks because I always read book from the back to the front. I don't have patience in between. So we look at the back of the book before, and now we're going in a front book, front how it was created. Yeah. So at least you don't get bored. So we speed up. So I do not use all these things. I listen to people, right? And once in a while, I'll tell them this is what I used to do, but I don't pull out the tree. More or less, like if I see head and shoulder, I'll show them this is what, because we got some technical traders in a room. They like to know, but I don't practice at all. But I will teach them if they want to do it, but very rare, once in a blue moon, right? So I could test my knowledge. We just did the planet and I projected how far he's going to go. I did. That's how it works. But knowledge doesn't go away when you do it right. So these are the things going in a Hermes and trash can. But I'm wowed by the yellow bar and all this heavy stuff. All right, Jeff, it's all yours now. Right, and we're going to do Q&A after Jeff is finished. And we could show some charts too. Let Jeff do it, whatever he has to do. Jeff, it's all yours. Take it over, Peter.
Thanks, Peter. Thank you, Peter.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me get this over here. Great job. We don't have a lot of questions, but if you have questions for Peter, make sure to type them in, right? And we will definitely do a QA session. That was good. Thank you, Peter. Let me go ahead and switch the presentation back over to me real quick. And I just want to kind of talk a little bit about what's included in the Magic Trader Elite. We have turn this on. And here we go. We should be ready to go here. Okay. So as Peter discussed, Magic Trader Elite has quite a few of the ingredients or the patterns. I really like how well it's put together. And I just kind of put together a few things that kind of talk a little bit about the catalyst that he's looking for. What I really like about Magic Trader, and I think the reason people like it, is it color codes everything. So these right here would be your catalyst events that are very, very important. You've got the yellow bar, the warning short, the sudden market bullish risk, the bearish risk, in equilibrium. These are the kind of the catalysts where you kind of look for maybe a direction change or sudden market things. And as you can tell, they're very, very clearly identified in the chart. In addition to that, with the Magic Trader, you can have what Peter calls price preceptors. And those are kind of trend identification. So here you've got kind of like green for, right here you've got the type A, which is trend changing from bullish or to bullish. At this point, you should be looking to cover shorts. You've got your type B, which is fully charged bullish trends. That's when market participants start buying, and you've got your type C, which is the bullish extended trend. On the other side, you got your type D, your type E, your type F, which these are just the opposite of those. So these are all, when you apply a Magic Trader template, these are all put on a chart for you. And it does a really, really good job of kind of identifying and color coding exactly what's going on in a market. And it's available as part of this. In addition to Magic Trader, you also get the ingredients, and that includes like your magic lines, your blue lines, your magic zone lines, your spikes, all those kind of stuff that you can see right here on the chart, on the screen as well. So, and what it ends up doing is actually kind of making things very, very clear in terms of what you're looking for and all of that kind of stuff. So it's a great add-on. You should try it. It is a fairly large, the Magic Trader Elite includes 58 different indicators, 47 explorations that you can use, 2 expert advisors, 35 templates, a 127-page manual, 102 different symbols, highlights, and a commentary window. And we were just in a meeting this morning. They were kind of going through some things about Metastock, and one of the participants said, "I love market scanning." And of course, there's market scans that you can use in here. It's one of the things that I use Metastock on a regular basis, but this is a product that takes advantage of all of the award-winning mechanics that we have in Metastock. So scanning, the expert advisor, the commentary. It is a fairly extensive add-on, just like Metastock's extensive, and I believe it's an add-on that will grow with you. The more you kind of get involved in MagicTrader, the more that it's going to work for you. So very, very big. Normally it's $199 per month for the MagicTrader Elite. Now, a lot of people have been talking about the consulting room, and I want to actually just talk a little bit about the room itself. People absolutely love this room. The retention for this room is super high. Dakari's been a long-term member of the room. And here's just a few things that he said today in this session. So like he says, Peter continuously shows us live trading examples. Everything done during the alert room is amazing. He shows many live trading scenarios and pinpoint entries and exits. Peter's teachings and lessons are based on his institutional experience, his knowledge. It's really deep, and he breaks it all down very easily. And then Udidya had to say, MagicTrader is a combination of Peter's teaching that really simplifies the complicated when it comes to trading. So the room service is something that I would encourage you to try out. We're going to do a special offer on that. It's normally $299 per month, but you can see kind of the different topics that they talk about, whether it's charts to watch or cryptos or magic cycles or explorers. I'm not going to read all of these, but you can see it goes all over the place. You know, right here, if we just look here, it's talking about how to paper trade. Oh, I didn't need advance my chart. Risk graphs, scanners, sector rotation, which is always important. Shorting. That might be a little bit important when the market's like not doing as strong as it was maybe last year, right? So the rooms, we get such good feedback on the room, and I think you should try it. In addition to that, so the alert room schedule, when they meet, it's Tuesday at 5:45 a.m. to 7:45 a.m. Eastern time, and Friday 5:45 to 7:45 a.m. Eastern time, and that can go longer. Depending on kind of what they're just talking about. Peter is, as you can tell with your webinar today, he's very, very generous with the time that he gives. So during the market week, if you're part of the alert room or the educational alert room, you're also going to receive market messaging from Peter via WhatsApp and any messages that he might send out on Monday. So normally, again, that's $299 per month. We've got a special offer. I'm going to tell you about that in just a minute. In addition, what we're going to offer as part of the package today is a Fundamentals of MagicTrader training package. With that, Peter sat down and did a very exhaustive class. It's 4 sessions, 20 hours of recorded tapes where he talks about the fundamentals of MagicTrader, the magic lines, the health risk indicator, the direction lines, understanding the catalysts, what are the catalysts, and the retail price on this is $9.99. So if we added all of that to, and in addition to that, you'll also get access to the magictrader.com and Peter's MagicTrader Facebook group. So, and that's part of your MagicTrader subscription. Now, if we kind of looked at the pricing of kind of how all this breaks down, you've got MagicTrader Elite, which is $199 per month. You've got the educational room, which is $299 a month. You've got the Elite recorded trainings, which is normally $999, and then the education portal, the Facebook group. Normally, all of those would be $2,493. But what we're going to do for you today is basically, if you want to get involved in the MagicTrader Elite in the educational alert room, what you can do is normally that would cost you $1,494. If you do it today, we're going to give you, basically, if you pay for a month, you'll get a second and third month for free, which means instead of being $14.94, you're going to pay a discounted price of $498. So if you subscribe for that first month, we're going to give you that second and third month for free. That includes MagicTrader Elite. It also includes the consulting room that we get such good reviews on. So you can give us a call to take advantage of that. It's 800-882-3040. You can chat online with us at metastock.com/saleschat. And all of that would be included at that $448 price. There's no subscription, there's no commitment to that. Like, you don't have to subscribe for a certain number of time. If it's helpful for you, keep it going. If it's not helpful for you, you just basically cancel your subscription. You'll be good for 3 months. Okay, so to take advantage of that, again, normally it's $14.94 here, and for the next week is going to be available at the $498 price tag. You can do that at 800-882-3040, or you can do that at metastock.com/saleschat. Now, the other bonus offer that we're going to have to do has to do with that Magic Trader Elite recorded training, the 20 hours of recording that we sat down. Remember, I said the price on that was normally $9.99. Here, if you want to get that as part of your package, you'll pay an additional $7.99, and that will give you access to all 20 hours of those recorded. So the two offers that we have, again, are basically the 3 months of Magic Trader Elite, the educational alert room, the access to the educational portal for Magic Trader, and that's only $498 if you do it between now and the 27th of July. I had to think about what month we're in. So that's $498. You can do that by giving us a call at 800-882-3040. In addition to that, if you want to get a nice discount on all of that really good training, you'll pay $7.99. Same number, 800-882-3040 or metastock.com/saleschat. And again, you'll want to take advantage of that between now and the 27th of July. So there you go. Let's see if we have any questions that are coming in. Let's see, I don't see a lot of new ones other than the ones that we just read. So let me just look here. Lay was talking quite a bit earlier about how he loves the fact that it's not very technical. When it simplifies things, it makes it easy to read. But I think we're all caught up on the questions, and I don't see a lot of them, Peter. So there you go. Just a lot of really good feedback from the audience today.
Yep, somebody wants to see 1 or 2 charts we could analyze.
If you want to, let's see.
You want to analyze? How about that?
I actually I have a couple of symbols you can look at. I always
go ahead.
Let's turn the presentation over to you.
There was one early on from YouTube asking for Bitcoin.
Okay, BTC? Okay, right here.
BTC equals, yeah.
Wait, hold on a second. Let me put the screen.
And you did ask a question that I didn't see until just now, and maybe you can do it at the same time. She wants to know if you can go over the entry on the smaller time frames.
Okay, let's do BTC first.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Okay, let me tell you my regular setup. I use 2 setups. One on a larger scale is up to quarterly, but regularly, monthly, weekly, daily, and 60, I keep it in front of my nose. The reason why, because that's where institutions make their decisions, right? For long term, I like to see quarterly, but not kind of need. If it is there, it is there. And I can always change daily to 60. So Bitcoin, let me put you, there's no buy and hold recommendations, all right? So look at when software was telling you we're going long. Look at the bull came in when? Right here on 7.5, then additional. Then they pulled back and retested the low. And then number 2 came and neutralized, and it's making new highs, current new highs. So basically, it is strong on a daily. Now people are taking profits. That's the way I looked at the picture. So you could see here a bunch of weakness right here. And look here, number 5, number 3. No, number 3 is here. So they're taking profit. There's nothing wrong because health here is pretty strong. Let me give you another thing. Institution hedging is going on a daily, right? That tells me the story they're holding down to. This is not available, but I use it for me. That's a gamma, and in the future versions, because it is true. sooner or later, Metastack is going to get everything I created. So I'm not giving to anybody else. But depends upon Kelly and Jeff schedules, but eventually you'll get it. So don't get bogged down. I trade with or without it, but at least I have an age that, hey, what they're doing it. So you could see this institution presence here. That's what Jeff was talking about, right? These are large amount of buyers coming in there, and these are all institution money, right? You don't have to believe we have a records. I went crazy after somebody in Metastack raised that question. So I asked favors. We got the data feed from 16 exchanges every day, and then dark pools. And every time they took position, it was showing here what that tells you. And I did this exercise live with a couple of banks where we started Magic Trader. So it is very powerful. Unless you don't want to believe it, don't believe. I care, don't care. But you could believe at least 5 ingredients. You made a move here. So if you are a swing trader, you made a few bucks. So it had an entry right here also. Look here. I would take position here, right? So 19,750 went all the way here to high. I was 22. So 3,000, you made even 1,500 out of that. You should be happy. So basically, it is not that difficult to make money. It is your comfort zone, what you want to. And don't get too much bogged down with analysis paralysis. That's why I did it. I don't want to know about it. What is behind? Oh, this candlestick pattern and that pattern. Oh, I don't even care. It says here is okay, then I'm going there. So let's, what question she had it? Time frame, let's get some better stocks.
Yeah.
She has any
The
stock
question-
in mind?
Well, the question from Eugenia was, can you go over entries on the smaller time frames?
All right, so let's see here. This is a 60-minute, right? Right now. So what I do,
Correct.
suppose I want to enter here. Hold on, let me get rid of this. I was going on another stock. Okay. So what I do, 60 minutes is great. 60 minutes showing that we're going down because you see the taking profits. So I want to further go down, right? So in this case, right, we already talked about it. So I want to have something else I could talk about it. So here, right, short entry is over because it's counter cycling. Does she has anything else? I could pull out unknown stock.
Yeah, let's do Costco. COST.
COST.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite stores, except for too expensive.
By what? Is it true? This is the symbol COST? Or is it
COST.O.
COST.O.
Yeah, you ended up on .f, which I think is
Yeah, that's what
maybe.
didn't sound good. All right. So, say for instance, make believe how to get these shorter time entries. So I was looking at say here, right? 714. So let's enlarge this chart where I will be making decision. So what I do, make believe this chart wasn't there. And I'm looking at 60 minutes. So my goes, that's how I find smaller time entries. On a 16, right? 716. So let's enlarge this. $716. So I open up 716. Where is this? 716. 14, 15, and 716. Something wrong? 15 and 16. So now, the when which it is, right, on that day, right, it all the way went up, but it is far from the green magic line. So I would be waiting for a pullback, to be honest with you. I'll be waiting for a pullback. It has to come near to that or within this risk reversion area, then another yellow bar or turquoise bar. So I won't be taking position here. And it is also too far. Look here on a health indicator. Once it's past 4, it's extended trade. It can go, keep on going, but risk gets higher and higher. So let's find another day if we can find it. Same. Oh, COSD. So it is going practically nowhere. It moved up already. This was 16, 14. That's why. Hold on a second. It was 14. I look at the wrong one. 14 right here. So suppose you scan it in the morning, right? And you want to enter, right? So your daily looking great. Okay. So what I do, I wait a couple of minutes, right? So here there was nothing to buy at opening here. Look, opening here is 10 o'clock, right? Only thing I like, what I like it was these two spikes opposite. So it is giving me green signal, but it's not perfect entry. I have a two choice at that time. Wait for something to happen here. Make believe we did not, right? So yellow bar came in later, but I was looking at the chart in this period, which is opening. All right, so what I do, right away, I jump into 30 minutes. So let's go to 30 minutes. 713, 714. All right. So I see institution buying and has the same kind of pattern, right? Two spike. I feel better. So I have a choice. Trust the software or curiosity to check something better than that. Okay. So 2 is fine. So what I look at here, switching. It is one of the things most important. Suddenly the risk change. That means they're going. And this is very important in a business. This works to the T, right? So now it's in my favor. So institution taking risks. So what the hell I am? I'm taking damn risk. And it is also true. I'm not in a swan area here. This is our swan. Jeff, for you, this is coming. In a this is the place. It's all one starts. So it is not in this one. It's spit it out, and this is the second run. I know it, right? This is the swan mouth. It spit it out. Well, baby came out, and now this is another baby forming. All right, it looks good. 2 lines parallel already. So what are you waiting for? So 2 number is fine because green ribbon is there, and this is a power. They get rid of all these sailors, right? All right, I'm not happy with that. How to enter? All right, let's go and fish out on 10 minutes. Because if I was her, I'll be trading with that and pull the damn trigger. 14. Oh, this is cool. Look at this here. I'm glad I looked at that. Now I will enter here at 10:30 earlier. So this is my entry. And everything worked good. Look, this line, a line here. This opposite, right? Triple is even better, right? These are the strength you're looking for. And switching. So this is my entry, 10 minutes. I don't look for 5 minutes. I don't care. Keep on going. And it is true, Jeff. Once you identify with the with your catalyst and it's matching, it doesn't matter. It's a 5 ingredients or 3. Yellow bar is the key, right? And I get the cheapest entry with the least amount of drawdown. You tell me where is the drawdown? People laugh at me and said, with our software, we could identify no drawdown. Are you kidding? We never had that. It's in front of you. I'm serious. This is the biggest argument with people. They don't want to believe that. Come and do it yourself. This is where I will be. So that's what I was telling. I take daily and abuse it. I don't have patience to go and open up other chart. I'll be very honest with you. If 6 is not there, I don't care. I go straight from daily. So you go from daily to hourly to 30. So it takes, and Virginia has seen me flipping in less than half a minute. Because I don't need to explain anybody. I'm looking at what I'm looking at, right? So you need to practice. Okay. So next time, Eugenia, when you're flipping this time frame, when you see yellow bar and 2 ingredients matching, go for it. Or at least with say, oh, I don't have this version. So what? Get rid of that. attach. So this is where I want people to think beyond all this stuff. So this is what elite comes with, right? Expert. I may have to do it again. I knew it. It takes a while to recalculate or redo it. Jeff, am I doing something wrong? It's not popping up.
I don't think so. Go back in there. Go to attach.
This is our expert. Comes with a elite version. Oh,
Oh, there we go. See, I just had to turn on my microphone. My apologies.
yes, okay. But you are helping me. So you see yellow bar, right? Then you do manually 2 lines parallel and a ribbon and a switch. Go, go. And suppose you had this expert open, it says it's going to go high. The software tells you, so why are you worried about it? After you get in your anxiety, where to put a stop? Put a stop underneath this next candle. If you are so tight in money, put it underneath here. Or you pass through another 10 minutes. Okay, so what do I do? Here it says 3.3, right? Peter says, yes, you could go in there, so you go in there. And it tells you here, right here, earlier highs with plus 3.3. What that means? 3 is the symbol of going higher. It's on a scale of 1 to 6, it's a 3 risk, which is okay. It's not a 6 risk. We need to worry about it. And it's a damn 10-minute time frame. Does daily tell you that? No. So go in there. So it is telling me it's going to go higher. You got to believe the software. If you don't believe, then nothing I could do about it. Then you try to manufacture the trade, right? See, here it's plus sign, which we don't normally talk about. This was an extension after that, but that tells you it may pull back. Eventually it did, but it gives you heads up. Look, it pulled back. So you need to learn those nuances. It is already there, everything there. So Kelly and Jeff wants to make it simpler. So instead of all this jumbo bumbo, you will see the number 3 here or number 2, whatever it is. And you got to trust that. The mechanism behind is calculated same way. Is what you put it out there, right? You could change this one to yellow bar if you want to. How you tag them. That's what you got to get it out of your system. But in this particular case, the calculations were done. It forecasts the future. It's as you go, it tells you over and over again, we're going to go to the moon. Here, it's a risk is 5. It tells you red color, that means it's risky. If you want to go, it did intra candlestick hour or 10 minutes. However, it went a little bit higher later. So you need to put a tight stop here. Eventually it went to the moon, but you got to go in pain and suffering because you were doubtful yourself. Can I get in or not get in? Oh, you saw this one. Oh, let's go. The risk is higher. The software is telling number 4, risk is high, right? Here, they try to knock it down. The bulls came in. Look at this, what I was telling you. Neutral candle and neutral ribbon. This is the most desirable place for me. Suppose I miss the boat. I get in here or here. Then results are obvious. So this is what people need. Oh, Peter, you told me it's a red damn color, but it is neutralizing. That's what they need to diversify. So this is a divergence or whatever you want to name it. But they were fighting out the war. So before even this thing came in, this was giving me heads up. So you will enter here and Peter will be here. I'm serious. This is what I do. Because I design it to notify me, right? That what institutions are doing. They're getting rid of all the sellers. That's what they were doing. And it tells you what we want 100% sure, right? 3-4 times it's telling me that we are getting rid of all the sellers coming into the system. What do you expect to do? Wait to come in here? No. Next day, gapped up. Holy shit. Peter was right. I should have gone here. But it tells you it's a convergence happening. Read the manual. It tells you. Read the trainings. So this is where people are missing the boat in reality. Software has every single thing to be successful, but they don't want to work hard. They don't want to go through because you have a choice. You make a phone call to your friend on a Citibank desk. What are you doing? on this security. Okay, don't tell anybody, right? We are buying from all the seller exists. Now you don't have that friend. What do? You have friend Magic Trader is telling you around the world, all this net sum of all the believeness of going long is here in front of your eyes. But you don't want to give credit to Magic Trader because Peter says so. Go and see yourself over and over. Repeat patterns. Repeat. One time you don't want to believe. Second time you don't want to believe. Third time you don't want. Fourth time there's something wrong with you. That's how I looked at that. So multiple concentration of they're telling the same thing over and over again. In India, there is a saying: if you put a donkey with a horse, donkey will start acting like a horse. So you got my point. They're telling you over and over again, you act like a horse, and you run this horse a couple hours. So day trader, I saw a couple of day traders here. You're bitching and moaning, right? But you don't want to put time to learn these things. Here you go, 10-minute chart. You tell, oh, Peter, you always look at the daily, weekly, monthly, whatever. I came from institution. Without that, I will not take a risk. I want to know what they're doing it, where they're going, and then I'm going with them. And this is the trend they're going, I'm going with them. So you need to put some time. So you got to open up. How many times I told you to flip the charts? Did I? I hope she was answering. So this is how you trade with a small time frame. Always look at the bigger picture. Bigger picture here was Costco. Look, don't teach that trick too. So otherwise, people will not open a 60-minute real chart. I don't have time, so I got to do all these things. So here we go, 14. So you scan for yellow bar. This will show up as a security, right? Then I got to tell you something else. What I do, I scan the security and store it, which has already crossed zero. So bullish cross. And how to find it? Let me show you. Right here. I was looking at this morning. Look at here. Right? Look at here. This is my life savior. And we designed it bull cross. Right? It tells you how many, right? Here, none, 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 none. Or how much far from, where is that? Bull cross. How far is that? So magic line cross. They did cross here. And they're right there. So you open up the chart, whatever it is, let's see. Look here. What are you waiting for? So you go and check it out. Smaller time frame. So here, right, today was a number 3. There is no yellow bar or whatever bar. So now what we do, to enter, you go on 30 minutes. Oh, we found it. The minute I see it, I go in there. Oh, it didn't work too far, but it moved a little bit. So your day trader from 88 bucks or 86 bucks, it went to 89 bucks. What do you want from me? Oh, Peter, I'm not happy with this 30 minutes. All right, find the same thing in 10 minutes. Okay. 10 minutes, let's see if there is anything. 10 o'clock, there is nothing going on. So hell with it. I'm not doing 10 minutes. Let's see 5 minutes. They have hardly seen me trading with 5 minutes. Maybe in a forex, but not in here. Look at here. Oh, this is cool. I could deal with it. And you could see here, once you enter, there's no drawdown. So either 10 minutes or now you made a few bucks. This is how I do. And oh, Peter said me, 2 together, that's even better. All the selling is done, which is here. All selling done. Oh, new thing telling me is going to go to moon, 4 of them. Oh, perfect. So you got to learn to flip it. So this way, you don't have to go for 10 different templates. We don't have time. So you scan, this is recap. You scan the magic line. How much time it took, Jeff? Not much time, right, to find it. And you have enter. Then you skeptic yourself. Should I do it? Not do it? It doesn't matter. It's there. This is how I trade, really. I have no anxiety when I trade. I'm focused because I don't want market makers to take my money. They can't do a crap to me because I know what yellow bar is capable of doing it. Now I have 4 shapes together or 4 ingredients together. Everything looks great. Switching was done. Everything looks great. So what are you waiting for? And entry was, look here, 10 o'clock, 10 minutes later. So you had enough time to scan it and do everything you want to do it. And this is how simple it can get. Oh, Peter, I don't have this expert. Okay, go with the expert you have. Same thing they will show you. Look here. Attach. I should detach first. So let's shortcut it. Oh, it's working. All right. So we had here forecasting. That's even better. Look here. It was telling me going to the moon. Did it? 3.2 low risk or here. It was institutional. Everybody knows this is a price perceptor today. Institutional setup with a B candle. It can go wrong. So, oh, I don't have this one. Okay. Do the traditional way. Look, it was a big bull. Look at here. You can't make things up. It's telling you to buy the damn call options on top of that. At the open, you bought a call option. You made a good trade. I'm never going to say a lot of money because it is irrelevant. But did you do positive trade? Yes, you did. Unless you don't know what you're doing. And it was keep telling me going to go higher. Look at this here. So sometimes it's simple is good, but other things telling you a lot of stories. While you're trading, all the anxiety, you could eliminate reading it. Oh, it's telling me it's going to go high. It's going to go high. All right. So you got to trust this. Here, software is telling you red color, we're going to go high, but it's risky, risky. So eventually pull back. Right? They keep on going, but that's not the point. Right? I see the weakness is like a pull back and things like I'm out. Because I'm not waiting for this spike to come. The red line has to come. Money's there, take it and run. I could always come back and re-enter it. Usually, hopefully, I solve your puzzle.
I think I was very clear, Peter.
Did you learn something from me?
Yes, always, every time.
I'm serious. This is how it is designed. Hopefully, I could have 24 hours. I could teach people. I will get divorced.
Right. It looks like we have come out to the end of the questions. I think what I should do is actually show the offer again.
Yeah,
is that a good time?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and do that. Thank you again for your time. Oh, of course. Yeah, no problem at all. Let me go ahead and do this. And just to remind you about the offer today, we've got the 3 months of the Elite, Magic Trader Elite. Normally that'd be $199, and you can get that with the alert room. Again, the alert room is so popular and well received by the people that use it. You get the access to the educational portal. All this normally for 3 months would cost you $14.94. Here at the event, it's going to be $4.98, and you need to do that between now and July 27th. So you can do that by giving us a call at 800-882-3040. You can visit us online at metastock.com/sales-chat. And in addition to that, again, you can get all of that elite recorded trainings discounted at $7.99 too, as an addition if you want. So give us a call, 800-882-3040. Chat online with us at metastock.com/sales-chat. For everybody, Peter, again, thank you for the extensive talk today and your generosity with your time.
I have to thank you and Kelly to make it happen.
And everybody that came, thank you for coming today.
And you guys are due for lunch. I already had my one.
We're gonna go to the gym. So in any case, though, and then we're going to get something to eat. In any case, though, I really appreciate you guys coming. Thank you, Peter. Thank you,
very
everyone.
much, everybody. Hopefully,
If
you
you're
learned
watching the
few things.
video, like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Thanks again, Peter. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.